message will be on. Saved message number 4 from caller 32330174041. Received today at 10:45 a.m. This message will be. This message has been deleted. New message 1.
It's me again. The moderator ends up by saying, I cannot.
This message will be automatically deleted. Enter new messages. To return to the main. Saved message 2.
Hey, Glendora, Sue with Pam on the table, Binghamton.
Binghamton's.
No,
Sue
we do
Eckert.
have 4 programs on one tape. It has to be a single tape only.
You can't have 4 programs on one tape.
We have somebody that comes
Why?
at 10 o'clock at night on Friday, so that's not a possibility.
Time Warner
I
Binghamton.
don't know who the Binghamton person is, but there is a program.
Trudy. Don't you know Trudy?
So if you want to give me a call back, I will take sides and I'll let you know.
I'll take sides.
This message will be automatically. The message has been deleted. Saved message 3.
Glendora, Albert. I heard your message.
Albert
I don't know
LeBrun.
why my answering machine got you.
South Windsor, Connecticut.
It's cool, I don't know. Anyway, what I want to tell you is about 2 weeks ago I had a pre-trial hearing at the Rockville Court House. Not in court, in a special room for that. And they had a moderator. It's about the tax.
A moderator, lawyer.
And about procureur that does bite.
And they want him to pay taxes.
As a moderator, and he wants me to pay the tax, and he wants me to pay procureur. Procureur was
The lawyer.
Procureur, that's the guy, the lawyer involved with the dog bite incident. And I says, never. Says I'm not going to pay no tax until the time the lien is on it for 90, on the property for 90,000. So anyway, and I said just 2 or 3 times that before this is over, I'm going to put Parker in jail. And then I also says that the building, 69 Brooklyn Street, Rockville, which is the courthouse, civil courthouse, it says this is a corrupt influence, racketeering, corrupt
Organization.
organization, this birthday, and I said it a couple of times, and nobody argued with. So anyway, the moderator ends up by saying, I'm not able to do anything for you guys.
This message will be. The message has been deleted. End of saved messages. To return to the. End of new messages. To return to the main menu, press star. Save.
Hello, it's your friend Brad. Sorry I missed your call. Hope you're doing well. Everything's good here.
Brad's ex.
Doing my thing, you know. It's a little slow.
Yeah.
For the economy, but, you know.
Has been deleted.
The interference is so bad it's inaudible.
To return to the main menu.
And it's me again. The moderator ends up by saying, I cannot do anything for you guys. Go see the case flow coordinator, and she'll give you a date for a trial. And we went to see her. Case flow asked me, how long do you think it will take for trial? I says at least 1 week, maybe 2. And the procureur was there also, and procureur says, oh, no, it's a matter of a couple of hours. So she listened to me, and she could not find a date for trial before the March the 2nd, from March 2nd to March the 5th, and if we need more time, they will give us another date after that. Procureur filed a motion already to try to have the date changed, and I don't think he's going to succeed because it's been decided already. By the judge also it's been decided. Anyway, he wants to get rid of that as soon as he can, and to me,
Before he goes to jail.
To put him on the stand under oath. I got him, right, under oath. He's going to lie, perjure himself, and I'm going to get him in his perjury more than likely. So anyway, we'll see what happens then. I'm preparing some stuff for that now. I'm working on that now. All right, so I'm a hope that I'm able to put him on the stand under oath. This is a criminal thing they did to me, and they should pay for it, period.
Oh, yeah.
Not the thing that you're talking about there. I think
Every lawyer.
I'm losing $1,900 the bail fee, and I'm losing when they were
I said that where they made him pay 25.
14 days.
Dollars. If you can't get a lawyer who knows the law, then for heaven's sakes get a lawyer who knows the judge. I suggested to Albert LeBrun in that case where they made him drop all the charges down to $25, and he was to pay it and get it over with. You remember I told him it was bad that he did that he paid the fine, because now he admitted that he was guilty, and he was not guilty. It was the court who was guilty, and the state police, and the clerks, and the prosecutors that were guilty. He wasn't guilty. So I suggested to him, since this was under coercion, that he abnegate it, abjure, disavow, forego, forswear, reject, renounce, and relinquish. And he could do that. And the grounds would be coercion.
This number, if you want information. Send a fax to this number if you want information. Send a fax to this number if you want information. Send a fax to this number if you want information.
What number?
Versus the charter?
Is there headquarters there someplace?
Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks. This Baptist minister would go and visit his flock during the week, and he went to Farmer John, and he says, Farmer John, I haven't seen you in church for a long time. And Farmer John says, well, I'm embarrassed to go to church. I don't have any nice clothes, and I don't want to wear my farming gear to church. And the Baptist minister says, well, I think we can help you out there. And he appears the next Wednesday, and he has this nice outfit, and he gives it to Farmer John. But comes Sunday, and Farmer John's not in church. And so the Baptist minister goes back on Wednesday, and he says, Farmer John, I was surprised you weren't in church this morning. And Farmer John says, well, the clothes you gave me were so nice, I thought I could go to the Episcopal church.
I like that. I got one. This minister really didn't like funerals, so he fixed up just a sort of like a generic service at funerals. And every time he had to preach it, what he'd do is he'd go in and take out the name of the person that had passed away and insert the new person. And everything worked real good with this for quite a while, but then one day he had a lady that named Mary had died, so he went in and he took out, from the service before, and this lady was named Edna. So he went in and told his computer to take out Mary and put in Edna. And everything was going smooth until they got to the apostolic creed, which is, believing in Jesus Christ, the son of the Virgin Edna.
People for the ethical treatment of animals. Now, enclosed time-sensitive petitions to the Department of Defense. This is your opportunity to have your gift doubled to stop the U.S. military's cruelty to animals. Well, let's send them $4. Want to?
They like to have the space filled. Right. This Baptist minister would go visit his flock during the week, and he went to Farmer John, and he says, Farmer John, I haven't seen you in church. And Farmer John says, well, I'm embarrassed to go to church. I don't have any good clothes, and I don't want to go in my farming gear. And the Baptist minister says, oh, I think we can help out there. And so on Wednesday, the Baptist minister brought him a nice outfit. But the next Sunday, Farmer John was not in church, and the Baptist minister came by Wednesday, and he says, I was really surprised you weren't in service on Sunday. And John says, well, those clothes you gave me were so nice, I figured I could go to the Episcopal church.
Very cute.
Okay, Baptist minister.
No.
How he used to call on his flock during the week. And he went to Farmer John, and he says, Farmer John, I haven't seen you in church lately. And Farmer John says, well, I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't have any nice clothes, and I don't want to go in my farming gear. And the Baptist minister says, well, I think we can help you out there. And the next Wednesday, the Baptist minister shows up with a lovely outfit. But on Sunday, Farmer John's still not in church. And so the Baptist minister goes back on Wednesday and says, John, I'm surprised you weren't in church Sunday. And John says, well, those clothes you gave me were so nice, I thought I could go to the Episcopal church.
That's so silly, it sounds reasonable. All right, doll.
Okay, take care.
Many thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye. I have bad news and very bad news. And the patient says, what's the bad news? And the doctor says, you have 2 days to live. And the patient says, what's the very bad news? And the doctor says, I forgot to tell you yesterday.
That's cute.
Deletion. Yesterday at 2:28 p.m.
Yes, Miss Glendora, this is Coroner Nero. You have called me 2 times now, and when I call you, I don't get you. I get some recording. And if you want to speak to me, then answer your telephone. If you don't want to speak to me, please do not call the sheriff's office. They're not a dispatcher for me. So if you want to speak to me, you call me. Or
What's your number?
Fax on this line that you're on now.
I don't have a fax.
58-1808. But I do not need nuisance calls. Thank you.
Oh, that's very bad, Anthony. I thought you were a nice person.
Press 1.
Hear that one
This
again.
message and play. Message deleted. There are no more messages marked for deletion. You have 1 new message, 0 saved messages, and 2 messages. 9 p.m.
Glendora, this is Reverend Ron Stockoff. I love your answer machine message. I'm going to go straight home a little while and be telling it to my wife. Glendora, I just want to check with you on the phone.
The Reformed Church.
I know you haven't been feeling all that great.
No, I'm 100%
I think Lyme
now.
disease is probably one of the complicating factors.
No,
But I
that's
just
old
want to tell
news.
you I've been missing your presence at church service, and that I should be keeping you in my thoughts and prayers, and I will. Feel free to give a call anytime, but I'll call back. Maybe tomorrow, if I get a chance, and maybe I can come by sometime next week. I'd love to get a chance to see you. So God bless you, Glendora, and I hope that whatever recovery you need is that it's on the way, and I have the opportunity to see you again soon. Blessings to you. Bye.
2:28 p.m.
Yes, Miss Glendora, this is Coroner Nero. You have called me 2 times now, and when I call you, I don't get you. I get some recording. And if you want to speak to me, then answer your telephone. If you don't want to speak to me, please do not call the sheriff's office. They're not a dispatcher for me.
Who is?
So if you want to speak to me, you call me. Or you can send me a fax on this line that you're on now, 758-1808. But I do not need nuisance calls. Thank you.
Oh, that's too bad.
To play the message,
I thought he was a
1.
nice person.
Save this message and it has been marked for deletion.
When you're free.
Yeah, this Baptist minister, he went and called on his flock during the week, and he went to Farmer John. And he says, John, I haven't seen you in church for a long time. And John says, well, I'm embarrassed to go to church. He says, I don't have any good clothes, and I don't want to go there in my farming gear. And the Baptist minister says, well, I think we can help you out there. And he shows up Wednesday with a lovely, lovely outfit. And then, but comes Sunday, Farmer John is still not in church. So he goes back to see him on Wednesday, and he says, Farmer John, I was really surprised you weren't in church Sunday. And Farmer John says, well, you know, those clothes you gave me were so nice, I thought I could go to the Episcopal church.
Oh, my. I love it.
Hi, folks. AM live from Glendora Sanctuary. 1 Timothy 5, 1-8. Do not rebuke an older man, but exhort him as a father. Younger men as brothers, older women as mothers, and younger women as sisters, with all purity. God, thank you for this great opportunity to do that and to spread happiness. Amen.
Who's the one that we visited in Peru that I made? Dora, this is Bruce. I'm back in Stanfordville. Had a wonderful trip down to Washington. Got the things autographed, President, including something very special. I found a book in one of the bookstores called The Presidential Prayer Team. And it's a wonderful book that talks about praying for our leaders. And I had the President autograph it personally for me. So I had a great time. The weather was beautiful, and I did a lot of photography right around sunset in the capital area. I was talking to our missionary friend today, Ernesto Zavala, who's the one that we visited in Peru that I made the DVD for. And he asked me about the possibility of getting some more copies made. And I want to see if it might be possible maybe to come up tomorrow for a little while and do that on Friday. So if you can, please call me. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi there, folks. This is Glendora. Why did the inventor cross a microwave oven with a TV set? So he could watch 60 minutes in a quarter of an hour. Why did the inventor cross a microwave oven with a TV set? So he could watch 60 minutes in a quarter of an hour.
Yes, Miss Glendora, this is Coroner Nero. You have called 2 times now, and when I call you, I don't get you. I get some recording. And if you want to speak to me, then answer your telephone. If you don't want to speak to me, please do not call the sheriff's office. They're not a dispatcher for me.
Well, who is?
So if you want to speak to me, you call me. Or you can send me a fax on this line that you're on now, 758-1808. But I do not need nuisance calls.
Bad, Anthony Nero. Bad. I wanted his number, and I called the library, and this is the number that the library gave me.
Leave this message, and next message, press 3. To save this message as...
And so I called that number, and it was difficult from the beginning, so I said, would you ask him to call me? And then I asked a second time, and I asked a third time. And I don't call that harassing when a voter wants to talk to his or her county coroner. I'm sorry that he went astray, and who led him astray, and that's hardly civil service.
Very busy.
Lisa
Who
Jacobs.
messed up the renewal? Was it Glendora? Was it Cablevision? Was it you?
It's me, because I really have too much on my plate right now. I think you have to take me off your list.
I did. I fired you yesterday.
Okay.
I have a new signer,
Okay.
and it's going to be on at 11:30 p.m. Thursdays.
Good. Good. I'm glad.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yes, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That's Lisa Jacobs, Riverhead Library. She was a signer for Glendora, and then she fell through the cracks. There's Bruce in his shiny car at 5 after 10. Who autographed this?
That's the president.
George W. Bush autographed
and they
this?
did it in calligraphy before he signed it.
They did? To Bruce Bergman. Oh, isn't that lovely? With best wishes, George W. Bush. Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't that something?
Yes, that's good.
And you see it's got the preamble, We the People.
Oh, good. That's marvelous.
I've never seen anything like it.
And you got this done the day before yesterday?
Yeah. And you see all the different things. This is when I signed it, that I would commit myself to praying for the leaders.
Oh, really? Yes.
On my birthday.
On your birthday, that was last March.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is October. Okay. Well, that's lovely.
Isn't that nice?
That's lovely.
So that's mine. And see what I have it wrapped in?
Oh, where'd you get that?
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Don't you love it?
Yes, I love it.
I thought you would.
Lovely bag.
Great, eh?
Yes, great.
This game, as quoted by the New York newspapers, was the first time New Yorkers really cheered. The events of September 11th will not be forgotten, but at least here, the last night New York lived again.
Oh, that's lovely. You wrote that?
Yeah.
You wrote that. Very nice.
It just dawned on me, that should be 06, not 05. Like the smoke is coming off the church, but it's really a speedboat. See it?
No, but that's good. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that really is
Not
something.
everybody can say they have a picture with the smoke coming off the torch.
That's amazing, yeah. I think God is with you. I think God is pleased. He has the pens that the president autographed with.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, congratulations that you consummated that. How many years was it?
Well, I started it in 05. The governor signed it on May 24th, 05.
But I mean the coincidence of the same date, 10/22.
Oh, yes. That was
How many years?
10/22/01, and this is 10/22/08.
My goodness, 7 years it took
Yep.
you to consummate that.
Yep.
You're a photographer who has a great deal of fun with your photography.
Coincidence that was on the board. Just as the eagle landed, that shows how good their timing was.
Boy, the eagle, yeah.
And there he was with his wings fully spread. See him?
Just as he lands.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
That took some. They started him out here. They have a person that lets him go, and then he's holding his arms straight up with some food on it. And see all the guys standing at attention? And then all of them here.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you. And that's who?
This is George Pataki, and this says Rudy Giuliani, and this says George Bush.
How'd it go?
I don't think he signs W. I think he just signs George Bush, because that looks like a B.
Yes.
I thought this was nice, though, to Angel. I like it.
Yeah. Angel died, right?
No, he didn't die.
He
He
lived.
was a paramedic that worked for the fire company.
And
He was
he
trying
lived?
to save the life of the fire company's chaplain.
Well, did the chaplain die?
The chaplain did die, yeah.
Yeah.
And poor Angel, someone had jumped to their death from the top of the trade centers and landed on Angel's back while he was trying to resuscitate the chaplain. So he had to retire from... I don't know if I ever let you read the letter that I wrote to the president to get him to sign this.
No.
All set?
Yep. This is the letter that Bruce Bergman wrote to the President of the United States, George Bush. Okay.
White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. Dear Mr. President, I am writing this letter after speaking to Sarah from the Office of the First Lady and Jackie from the Office of Presidential Correspondence. I have a friend named Angel who is retired from the fire department of the City of New York, FDNY. He worked as a paramedic for the fire department, quite often in crisis situations. On September 11, 2001, Angel responded to Ground Zero during the horror of the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center towers. While attending many injured people, Angel received a request to assist in attempting to resuscitate the FDNY chaplain at the base of one of the World Trade Center towers. The chaplain was seriously injured, and despite their gallant efforts to try to save him, the chaplain expired on the site. During the resuscitation effort, Angel was violently struck on his back by one of the people who fell to their death while trying to jump from one of the World Trade Center towers. Because of his injuries, Angel was forced to retire from the job he loved. I met Angel several years later after he moved up to Dutchess County, about 75 miles north of New York City along the Hudson River. He was working part-time at a Corvette specialty dealer service center called Low Motion. When I brought my 202 Corvette in for service, Angel and I would have very interesting conversations. Just recently, Angel had to leave his part-time job at Low Motion due to his reoccurring back problems sustained on 9/11. I am a freelance professional photographer, and I decided that I would like to give Angel a special gift for his efforts above and beyond the call of duty on September 11th. On October 22, this is amazing, on October 22, 2001, I attended Game 5 of the 2001 American League Championship Series at Yankee Stadium. There was a pregame ceremony similar to the one you attended at Yankee Stadium during the 2001 World Series. I took a photo of the pregame ceremony from high up behind home plate using a wide-angle lens. During this inspirational ceremony, New York police officer Daniel Rodriguez sang the national anthem, while officers of the police and fire companies stood at attention lining the outfield wall. At the end of the national anthem, a bald eagle landed on the arm of its handler at the pitcher's mound. By the way, Mr. President, you threw out a great first pitch during the World Series. Maybe you should consider helping the Yankees after your presidency is over. I also took a close-up of a bald eagle and placed an enlargement of it in a black mat above the enlargement of the ALCS pregame. Below the two photos, I placed a gold plaque with the words of your now famous quote, "We will not falter, we will not fail," President George W. Bush. Once this collage was completed, I was able to have former Governor George Pataki and former Mayor Rudolph Giuliani autograph the mat. I would very much appreciate it, Mr. President, if you would also autograph the mat for my hero friend Angel. Please sign the mat just to the right of the upper photo of the bald eagle. I will provide a metallic gold ink pen for your signature. As a lifelong New York Yankee fan, I especially appreciate it, Mr. President, for coming to New York only 6 weeks after September 11th to attend the 2001 World Series at Yankee Stadium. It meant so much to all of us New Yorkers to have you state so strongly, "We will not falter, we will not fail," until those responsible for the terrorist attacks on the Trade Center towers are brought to justice. Thank you for your courageous stand against the terrorists and the evil forces that they represent. My favorite Bible verse is Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not worry or fear. I will be with you wherever you go. I think that you exemplify this verse, Mr. President, with all that you've done since September 11th. Please contact me at one of my phone numbers. I await your response. I will bring the matted photo collage and gold ink pen to the White House for you to sign. I will be in Washington the first week in October. P.S. I made another matted and framed photo collage as a gift for you and Laura, similar to the one that I've asked you to sign. You to sign. The framed photo collage gift includes a sunset picture that I took on September 12th from Brooklyn. I was standing along the East River at sunset, looking west towards Manhattan. Hundreds of people, both young and old, stood silently, as in a funeral wake, paying homage to those who lost their lives on September 11th at the World Trade Center towers. There was also a bald eagle close-up photo and a gold plaque similar to the one that you signed. I hope that you both enjoy this photo collage gift from a moment in history. I will also bring a book about praying for our leaders in office. I'd greatly appreciate it, Mr. President, if you would autograph the inside cover for me. Thank you again for your time, Mr. President. Take care, and may God richly bless you and Laura. Sincerely, Bruce Bergman. He says it looks like he may not be able to sign it today. So that's when I had the chance to visit that friend of mine that I hadn't seen in years, that used to be the daughter of the former pastor of my mom's church.
Oh.
For 22 years, she worked in Washington, D.C. as an undercover policewoman.
The daughter?
The daughter of the former pastor of our church. In fact, I'll show you a picture of her. Some pretty interesting addresses. Laura Bush, the First Lady, Charles Stanley,